The coronavirus pandemic has brought in a fresh phase in our mission work. The lockdown that follows it has brought a lot of hardship on our field missionaries and the communities they serve. So today we have a huge number of people that are vulnerable as a result of the pandemic. Most of this is because of the lockdown that has restricted movements, that has closed down businesses, offices, shops. Every kind of activity has been locked down. And this overnight has made people very vulnerable, has made a lot of communities poor, and has actually exposed people to danger or even losing where they are staying in their homes. So this is a challenge for us in missions. And Nema, as part of our mission mandate, we see this as an opportunity to meet the needs of those that are vulnerable, to meet the needs of the missionaries, most of whom are now just staying without being able to go to the field because every place has been locked down. As a result of that, Nema has decided to do a COVID-19 appeal fund in order to meet the needs of these vulnerable communities and our vulnerable missionaries that have been working in the field. Now, the lockdown that has been extended for so long meant that even those that are supporting the missionaries do not have the means to support them. The money is no more coming. Many churches have not held services for the past 6-8 weeks. So the money that would have collected as a result of offering is not there. Businesses have closed down for the past 6 weeks. So the money that should come, the trading that should have money and resources are no more there. So as a church, as an association and as a network, we see it necessary to do an appeal so that we can meet the needs of these people. They meet the needs of our field missionaries, identify people in churches that are close to us, and see how we can meet their needs. Secondly, it has given us opportunity for churches to now begin to see that mission work is not restricted to just proclamation. Mission work is also demonstration. In fact, for me, for a mission work to be fully mission, it must include proclamation and demonstration. Now is the opportunity for the church to be involved in a demonstration of the love of Jesus Christ to those that are in difficulty, to those that are suffering. Actually, every Christian has a responsibility to demonstrate God's love to those that are nearest to him, to his neighbors, to his members, to members of his neighborhood, and to all those they relate with, whether in workplace or in churches. Therefore, if we are to continue to do mission work, we must pick up the other arm of mission, that is a demonstration of the love of Christ alongside the proclamation. You know, as you demonstrate, people are more open to receive the proclamation that goes with it. And so I urge all of us as a church never to be discouraged because of COVID-19, because you are not going out to the field to preach and minister to people doesn't mean mission has stopped. No, mission is mission and it has to continue. The demonstration of the love of God that you are showing was, by the way, first done by Jesus Christ. While we were sinners, he first loved us and then called us to be his children. So as Christians, let's go out there to love those that are in difficulty, to love God that are in their need. Because now, even when the lockdown is over, people don't even have the resources to be able to do what they want to do. So it's our own responsibility now as Christians, as churches, as mission agencies to reach out to these people with the love of Christ. How? Through food, medical care, provision of, perhaps shelter, facilities and equipment, reaching out to people in a way that will help them recover. There are several ways that this could be done. One of the ways is actually to help people through seed money to be able to generate money so that they can give their lives back. One way is also to help see how can we help people to quickly go back to the lives that they are living before now. This requires intervention, this requires funds, and this requires capital. And that is the reason why Nema had the COVID-19 appeal fund, so that we can have funds and resources to be able to provide, no matter how little, to people that we're able to recycle this money, that will be able to go back, not just feed their families, but also reinvest whatever small amount they have to be able to have their lives back and to continue. Secondly, the coronavirus pandemic has actually showed us that we can still continue to work even in lockdown. Many of our member agencies, the Nema member agencies, are yet to be technologically compliant, and this is a huge challenge. I think if there was any good lesson we can take from the lockdown is the fact that we must be technology compliant, that we must be open to new technology of how we can still connect one with another without physically seeing each other. Around the world today, people are meeting virtually. People are meeting on Zoom, on Skype, on conference calls. All of this still continue in spite of the lockdown. For instance, we just did a conference last week over Zoom. It was an international conference, and we needed to be connected one with another, and we held that conference successfully. This will continue. This is the new normal. So I urge our member agencies to now begin to seek for ways they can improve in their communication skill. How can they continue to communicate one with another without necessarily waiting to see each other physically? How can we continue to work online through late work without really sitting together in the same classroom or in the same office? At Nema headquarters, in spite of the lockdown, we had continued to work. And that made it possible for us to quickly put up a COVID-19 appeal fund, send out the letters, and people responded. People are still responding to this appeal. And we're looking forward, even within the next few days, to work in getting the resources we have now gathered out to the people that are out there that need it most. And we see the need to get the resources out now because this is the time they need to get it. So, Nema member agencies need to develop their technology in order to be able to connect with their fields, with their missionaries, and with the communities they serve, so that the work God has given us to do will not in any way suffer. This, for me, is the additional thing we can all take from COVID-19, that it has helped us to enhance our skills in developing a technology, in communicating one with another, in communicating with other parts of the world in spite of the lockdown. So this is now the new normal. At Nema, we will work towards ensuring that skills of our member agencies using technology is enhanced and improved. And we connect with agencies that will help us see how we can actually improve the use of technology within Nema member agencies.